Yo, what is going on, you guys? Bashtianygo here, and today, guys, it is my pleasure to introduce you to the True Draco full power deck profile, guys. True Draco is a deck that again came out at around the same time Zodiac did. They were kind of battling out to see who would be the better deck. Zodiac was definitely the better deck, but True Draco definitely gave it a run for its money and eventually overtook that #1 slot. True Draco is an insanely powerful deck. At least it was back in 2017, 2018. We are going to see if we can recreate that magic in this video with this deck profile for you guys. So True Draco, if you guys do not know, is best played as a Monarch domain stun type of a deck, where really what you want to do is control the board with the effects of Masterpiece, which is now unlimited, which is crazy. I never thought I'd see the day. It's a deck that has access to play every single floodgate in the known game right now, but at the end of the day, #1 thing with this deck is going to be consistency. Really what the main issue is that the True Draco monsters, what they do is they're all level 6 or higher, level 5 or higher level. They're high level monsters and they can only be normal summon, or they can be normal summoned by attributing continuous and spells and traps. So the issue with the deck is that it needs to have a good balance of both monsters and spell cards and enough consistency to be able to see both, so that you can tribute summon and then plus off of the True Draco cards whenever you're tributing them, whether they be the spells popping spells or the traps popping monsters. So that's something to consider. But without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and get right into it. So we have, first things first, 2 copies of Masterpiece, the True Draco Slaying King. I consider playing this at 3, but I think 3 is just a little bit too bricky. The reason why, like I said before, is you need to have at least 2 on the this one takes 2 tributes, so you need to have at least 2 cards on the board in order to start playing. And the issue with this is that you want to make sure that you're able to, again, see both types. If you're able to tribute a monster with this, then Masterpiece will be unaffected by monster effects, which is really good. Primarily the best way to make Masterpiece was to tribute a monster and a spell. That way you can Raigeki, you can Dark Hole it, you can change a heart it, you can do anything spell related to it, you can't droplet it, nothing, right? But also protecting it from monster effects is really good, so I think 2 is just fine. I consider playing 3, but like I said, 2 should be just fine. Next, for the littles, we play 3 copies of Dynamite Knight. This guy, when your opponent activates any effects, will activate a trap card directly from your deck, a True Draco trap card directly from your deck, so really nice. Ignis Heat will activate a spell directly from your deck, and then Majesty will search you any True Draco monster directly from your deck. So you use this for consistency, and these 2 get you to your traps. So as long as you see any of these, you are good to go. And that's really all the monsters that we're going to play in this main deck at all, guys. We're on to the spells. We play 3 copies of Dragonic Diagram, 4 copies with, of course, the Terraforming. Dragonic Diagram is an insanely powerful field spell. Can be used most famously as well, aside from True Draco, can be used in dinosaur decks, because this will allow you to pop the Baby Ceratosaurus or the Petit Pterodon in your hand to search the Lithosygem, True King, which this could, Dragonic Diagram searches True Draco and True King cards as well. True King cards go insane in dinosaurs, and that's we'll go ahead and save that for a separate deck profile, guys. But having 3 Dragonic Diagram is going to be absolutely insane. Super good. 3 copies of True Draco Heritage, and then 2 copy of Disciples. Heritage is really good, allowing you, so both of these are going to grant you additional tribute summon during that turn. And then what they're also going to be able to do is True Draco Heritage is going to allow you to draw cards up to the number of True Draco cards that left the field that turn, as long as they are monster, spell, or trap. So if you got rid of a monster and a trap, then you get to draw 2 cards. If you get rid of just a spell, you get to draw 1 card. So has a lot of consistency boost with that as well. And then the Disciples of the True Draco Phoenix, that was going to allow you to target 3 of the True Draco cards in your graveyard, shuffle them back, draw a card. So again, consistency is going to be super key, but this is essential. You definitely want to play anything less. You can consider playing 3 Disciples, but I didn't want to, again, overly clog on cards that are not going to get me there, because this you need to actually have already played in order to start using, which is why I cut it down to 2. The God card, Domain of the True Monarchs. We don't play an extra deck with this deck because Domain is the greatest card ever printed, essentially. Domain is such a good card. I mean, essentially just this card alone will allow you to win so many games. Being able to lock your opponent out of the extra deck is it will auto win you every single matchup in the current format. Really, the only deck that can compete with this is that dinosaur deck, because dinosaurs, their boss monsters are primarily all in the main deck, so this does nothing to them. But Domain is an essential card in True Draco, I would say. With that, of course, played 3 copies of Pantheism of the Monarch for consistency. This card is absolutely crazy. And 1 Monarch Stormforth to let us tribute our opponent's cards as well. And that's going to be it for the spells, guys. I'm going to go ahead and scoop this up over here. And then for the consistency cards, this is a throwback, man. 3 copies of Pot of Duality, dig for 3. You don't really special summon, so you're good. 2 copies of Desires, because you need to see names. 1 copy of Card of Demise, and 3 copies of Upstart Goblin. Now you might be asking, why not play this to Charmies and get additional value of that as well? Which isn't a terrible idea, but the issue with the Chummies is that if your opponent knows you're playing Draco, then they know that you're not really going to be heavy on hand traps, because you need to be heavy on continuous spells traps in order to be able to tribute. So they're just going to combo off as much as they want and then kill you, right? So that's the issue I see here. And also Chummies, if you're going first, they don't help you at all. Which is really unfortunate, unless you're going up against like a, what's it called, like a Draco tail, and you happen to have the Fool in your hand, and you get 1 draw, maybe. No, yeah, 1 draw, which is not really going to help you. So you need cards that are going to be able to help you go first, and I thought these were the best ones. Now, if you're going to be going second with the deck, then it's something that I would consider putting in the Perulias and the Fuwaloses, things like that. But just for the main deck, I think that is good enough for consistency. So we're going to go ahead and put this to the side. We're going to play 3 copies of True King's Return, and then 3 copies of the True Draco Apocalypse with 3 copies of the Monarch's Erupt. Monarch's Erupt is going to be the craziest card ever. As long as you control a tribute summon monster, shut off all your opponent's on-field effects, monster effects. So it's just one of the craziest floodgates ever printed, but really is the only Monarch and True Draco can play it. So it is what it is. It's 3 copies of Skill Drain, and then 3 Apocalypse and 3 True King's Return. It really is, I think it's up to your personal preference which one you want to cut down to 2. Personally, I like both of them at 3. True King's Return allows you to recur your True King cards from True Draco monsters, I should say, from the graveyard, special summon them. Effects negated, but it's perfectly fine because you're really going to use it for additional tribute fodder. And then Apocalypse has a great effect where it has attack level modulation. You can half your opponent's attacks, so that's going to be really, really good. But this is really good because you can activate this in damage step. A damage step effect, pop your whatever, and then you half all your opponent's attacks, and I just think that goes super, super crazy. But that's actually it for the deck profile, guys. Like I said, we want to keep it short and sweet here. Like I said, with True Draco, it's really just a matter of trying to keep it as consistent as possible. You really don't want to add too much. Cards that I did consider playing as well are there's a Pendulum monster. I think it's a level 5 monster that lets you pop itself in the Pendulum Zone to let you draw a card. So that's something that's I consider, but I think that one goes into the extra deck or something like that. I think it's really better in like Monarchs itself to have additional tribute fodder, but that's the card I considered as well. But yeah, overall, I think this deck's going to be a lot of fun. I think that as far as competitive viability is really up to what type of level of success you're trying to see. Is this going to win any regionals anytime soon? I don't think so. But the deck definitely has a lot of potential and definitely is going to catch a lot of people off guard. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one.